Hey modelers, how you doing out there? I got all my goodies uh, got all my goodies put up, and I decided to run my trains for a little bit, and I'm running my 1982 running my 1982 Missouri Pacific MoPac. 1982 was the engine that was here in my city there for a little bit, and we're running Santa Fe Kodachrome on the inner track on the DC, and we'll let 1982 come back by again, and let her pass by the yard workshop. You can see Kennefic. It's kind of hard to see the lights and that because of the overshadow. Maybe if I turn the lights off, maybe that'll help a little bit. That might help a little bit. Might be, hang on a second, it might be my camera needs to be cleaned because it looks like things on there. Here's 1982. Looks like things are a little, excuse my throat clearing here. Might be a little bit dirty, so I'll pause just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, guys. There's Kennefic going down the track. Like I say, my outer route is DCC, digital command control, and 1982 is rounding the bend again. I know this might be maybe a little boring seeing it going around a loop like it is, but you know, it's when your days are kind of have they been. You know, I know you guys have probably had those days too, or whatever, and that. And I tell you what, whether she's going around a loop like this or going on a nice size layout or whatever, and that, it kind of passes the time away or whatever, and that, and it kind of keeps you in curry for a while, and keeps you, keeps that insanity in the back door a little bit. But here's the back end of my shop. There's my Denver Rio Grande switching caboose, and we've got the arm, or maybe not arm, but refrigerated car there. And I kept going back and forth down here, and there's my NCE power cab, which usually I'd have in my hand or I'd be laying down next to me, but we're jumping into the big boy class. I just got this RB02, and as you can see here, I've just got it sitting right there. I do have the cord that I'm going to take and run to the back end of my layout and I'll put my RB02 on the shelf sometime. Of course, right now it's not bothering anything other than that little light flickering. And if you look over here next to the Genesis book here, you can see that flashing, and that's my NC Pro Cab. Now, I bought my Pro Cab about 8 months ago. I was going to get my RB02, but you know how things are. Things happen, things evolve, things change, and we'll show you one more thing. That's Papa's. That is my dad's new GP50. It's an Athearn Genesis 3106. The beacon works. The little light down on the front. The little strobe light, I call it. It's not a strobe light, but it works. It works too. That's the attention getter. As before the ditch lights, and I know some of these engines now have ditch lights, but they used rotary beacon. Rotary beacon in the. They also use the oscillating light on the front. Some of your passenger trains have it. Some of your passenger trains still use them now. But anyway, that's a sweet engine for Mathern. And we was running it a little bit yesterday. Hang on just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, back to the video. Like I say, I got this GP50 for my dad. He's always wanted an HO engine. He's not really into the N-scale like I am, and so I thought, okay, we'll get him one. Right now, I've just got this little simple deal here that I've got, this little simple test track here, and that I was testing it, and it runs really good. This engine runs smooth. Of course it should. It's a brand new engine, but it is very, very cool. And excuse me, got that clear my throat. You know, you just can't beat these engines. So I'm gonna pause one more time just so I can sit down in my chair without falling down. Okay, we're back. We're gonna catch 1982 as she's coming around the stretch there, home stretch. And there's 3613 going by that way. And then we'll rotate the chair. That way you can see the lights on the back of Kenefic. Like I say, they're red, but okay, here we go. Now this will be a little bit better because I put the shade down. Colors kind of stand out a little bit better. And you can kind of see things a little bit better here in the room. On my layout, but okay, we need to wake up the Pro Cab, I guess. That's a new one that I didn't know about. There we go. After a little bit of inactivity, cool thing, I guess. We'll see if she still slows down and she don't go nuts on me. Nope, she's not going to go nuts on me. Okay, didn't know this. Maybe you guys do, some of you that have one of these. After a little bit of inactivity, Mr. Pro Cab decides to shut down. Why? It's on batteries. It's not plugged into the bus, so it shuts down. Okay, that's a cool thing. We have the power cab still plugged in over there, and so anyway, the RBO2 is flashing away like a pretty girl, and there is the Pro Cab. Now, for my DCC, there's what's running the DCC, and as you can see, there goes the pretty cool UP consist. I got that at the hobby shop that I go to quite a bit. Something that I just been wanting for a long time, and decided, hey, let's knock it out of the park. And I did have, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, I did have 844. I had the DC version, not DCC. I kind of liked the engine. It did have kind of a bounce to it, and I think that was due to it being on the rubber tire. It didn't really like my number 6 track, or I mean my number 6 turnouts. It did Did not run too bad, but there was times that to me, it was too bouncy. But we would love to try one of the Athearn Big Boys, or or maybe a Challenger, maybe. But and we also thought about if I can find some, getting some of the E9s and pulling the Excursion set. But right now I'm pretty happy with my UP 1982. And check out this here. This is my cotton belt. I got that a few weeks ago. My Southern Pacific 1776. And those are, and I will stop them so you can see them here in just a second. Letting this stuff go by. I'm going to give old 3613 a little break. She's been running pretty good, but she's warming up the old transformer a little bit. So we're gonna stop here in front of the station here and let you guys get a look at the my Caboose collection. I had got some Athearn stuff, and I got two tank cars, and they're not too bad. But I got some Athearn stuff and got kind of a bad taste in my mouth because the wheels are falling out of them all the time. And I thought, why is this happening? But these Cabooses here, this cotton belt, the Southern Pacific, came out, I think, at a later date. And I think Athearn has kind of, I think they've kind of made some changes. Or at least I hope they did. This Athearn Caboose, I tell you, it pulls really smooth, little wobble, just like it does, you see the real ones do, when they used to go down the tracks. Just a slight wobble, and that's it. Some of you guys, I may have seen it, but I definitely seen the Southern Pacific police cabooses. I don't remember if I seen this caboose. Of course, this was probably done in 1976, because this is 76, and this is the Spirit of 1776. So they may have ran this caboose for only a year, and they may have done it in 1976. Well, if they did, I was only 6 years old. So there might be some of you guys out there that's seen her. I thought she was really sharp. I thought Athearn did a really good job on her. So, hey, I bought her. Kind of moving quick. Santa Fe, the 99 653 and the 99 655. I absolutely like that. And, of course, I've got my UP in the shot here, too. I found 99 654 at a train show. Matter of fact, I think I found it at the train show here where I live, I believe. Might have found it over in Wichita, but I think it was here that I found this caboose. There were some pieces that were off of it, but they were in the box, so I put it back. Didn't have to do anything to the trucks or the wheels. It's got plastic wheels on it. It's always pulled super fine, super good. Love the caboose. It has a little scratch on the roof, but hell, I'm not worrying about a little scratch. Got to quit worrying about little minor things like that and worry about the big things in life. And that ain't a little scratch, can be looked over. But anyway, so this focuses. There's my 99 653. That one there in the center is a Microtrains. A little disappointed that Microtrains didn't up their game when they done these, but Microtrains, I think, is more for keeping them out on the road or keeping them on the layout. Where Athearn is a little bit nicer. You might run them a little bit and then put them up and preserve them. Keep them because of the small pieces on them. But right now they're on the rails, and so we'll pull over here and get the old camera to focus here. Come on, camera, focus, you little beast. There's 99,655, and Athearn makes 3 units. They make the 655, 654, and 653. That's why I had to have the 53 and 54. I mean 55, because I've got this one, but I'm also going to get me a 654 Athearn caboose, so I have all 3 of them. I'm Santa Fe. I mean, that's what ran through, our city. The city of Hutch, the city of Newton. That's where the Southwest Chief, it comes through here every day. I don't know how it's going to change with the changes of Amtrak, but that's where it comes through right now. So, but anyway, we're going to slow down 1982, and this engine does not have a sound decoder in it, but it does have a pretty good decoder in it. It was one that was installed at the factory. The underneath, once she stops, let her go around a little bit, and so you can see those red lights off of Kennefic. And this engine, okay, I'm on speed step 5. At speed step 4, at speed step 3, speed step 2, speed step 1. And that's how slow that engine moves. And she moves that good. She might be a little bit jumpy right now, but she moves so smooth because this is what I done to my engine. I might have mentioned it before on here. I pull the trucks out. That's an SD70 Ace, so you can pop the trucks out. I popped them out. I took the Labels 106, and I put some Labels 106 up in the gear tower. I put a little oil on each ends of the shaft, and then I also take some Labels and I shoot up inside where the motor, the counterbalancers for the motor to make the motor, turn smooth. The dog, the dog bones that fit up inside there, they move, and they kind of just free move in there. And I thought with a little bit of that Labels 106, I've seen these Cabooses, which are great engines, have a little bit of a jitter when they go down the track. Well, since I put that Labels up inside those counterbalancers where the dog bones go up in there, that's went away. Now you can see over here, and like I say, sometimes this light in here just doesn't really do any justice. Those lights on the Kennefic are just absolutely cool. We're going to put her in reverse. We got her on speed step 1. And she got a little bit of weight. I mean, Of course, I also need to clean my tracks a little bit, so that might be why the wheels. That's a new set, so the wheels probably are a little dirty uh, on the passenger cars. I've gotten a little bit of black. Everybody says use metal wheels because they don't blacken the track like plastic can. Well, I don't think that's all. I think some of it's a bunch of hog bull, but um, as you can see, very smooth. You know, coming back, and I'm gonna kick the light off, and hopefully that'll do a little justice, maybe on. Like I say, this sometimes it's overshadowing or whatever, and that bleeds out the light that that shows on those from the car. But these cars are rotating back really smooth in that, I think. Sometimes my camera is grainy or whatever, and that, I wish I could kind of fix that, and I'm thinking about finding an app that'll clean that up, or maybe someday invest in me in something that's better doing this than a smartphone camera. But this is at speed step 3, and speed step 3 right there. There's 2. And as you can see, that engine is just barely trickling back. Just nice and smooth. And there's speed step 1. And we're going to pause it just a minute. That should be a little bit better. I've got the overhead light on, and that always seems to help a little bit. This is what I love right here. Having this Pro Cab and having that RBO2, I can just hold this like this and set this here on my pant leg. Of course, we got to watch out so she don't fall down. Yeah, see those lovely legs down there? Ain't them pretty? I'm sure you want to watch that. Anyway, we're going to move her forward here and this is at speed step 1. Get a load of how smooth that engine is. Like I say, that engine used to have a little jibble. Now, this engine, or this UP 1982, when I got this particular Cato engine, it was setting on a DC chassis, and I pulled the shell, and I took a engine that I had. It was a Cato SD70 Ace. It was one of the yellow UP engines. Or no, wait a minute. Nope. No. It was one of the BNSF, because a UP non-heritage would have the would have the gray wheels and tanks and stuff like that. This was off of BNSF. So this was off of a BNSF, and it came from the Cato factory with the DCC installed. So I wanted my UP Heritage to be DC, to where I could run it on here, and that's what we done. And it runs, like I say, this is This is speed step 1. Speed step 2. This is 128 speed steps. I'd rather put it on that. Sometimes I run 28, but I like 128 a little better. And so you can just see that. I mean, that engine is just smooth as butter. And I'm sorry for this still being a little grainy. I don't know why this camera just... Sometimes these cameras do that. Occasionally there's a little jerk out of the engine, and I do need to clean the track. So that is probably why the engine is saying, "What are you doing to me?" And occasionally you'll get a little bit of jerk out of the engine. I haven't run this engine probably in about 2 months, 3 months, probably. And so I don't run them every day. And so, I might need to, clean the wheels on the engine. I may need to do that. I may also need to, I put her up to speed step 3. I may need to, pull her out again and give a little shot of lube on the gear towers. But other than that, this engine does pretty good. Like I say, I probably need to throw some track cleaner on the track, which I use ACT, and it cleans up the track really good. The track is a little black, and I think that is because of the new Excursion set that I got. Anytime that you get, it seems like you get a car set, or you get anything that's got metal wheels, I don't know why. I don't know if it's because the stuff accumulates on the wheels, as they're setting. I'm assuming that they do, or they just don't clean them at the factory. So that's what you get. But and you just need to take care of it. But this is what's cool. Sit here and do this. Got my controller right here. And here she is. Locked and loaded. I think she's locked and loaded. She might be unlocked and loaded. We'll find out when we put her in forward. Okay, baby girl, are we locked and loaded? Hey, we're locked and loaded. Nope, we're not locked and loaded. She's playing possum. Alright, let's scoot this engine in there a little bit faster. There we go. See, the reason why that she didn't probably hook up is because I've got microtrains, which works good with everything else. I got microtrains. There she goes. There she goes. I got microtrains on my engines, which works very, very good with everything else, but does not work that great with Cato. But I'm not going to switch my Cato stuff. I've got my George Bush that I can pull this Excursion behind. I've also got my Spirit that's a non-DCC. I had a DCC Spirit with sound. Because it had a little problem, I let that go. But we won't let go 1982. No. But anyway, we're gonna turn off the headlight. I think she's turned off. She might again be playing busting on me. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys this. This here again, this is my RB02. I decided that I wanted to be up there with the big dogs. You guys that's got the beautiful big layouts. I wanted to be a big dog too. So I went and got me this RB02, and like I say, about 6-7 months ago, I got my Pro Cab, and this is easy to hook up. I mean, you'd think that this is a pain in the butt to hook up, and you can run this with a power cab as I've got it. Now, my power cab, as you can see, is still hooked up over there. What she's doing now is for some of you guys that says, Oh, why are you doing that for? The power cab is your booster. If you do not have an SB5, which you can run with the power cab, your power cab then would become a pro cab. The power cab has to run the system right now. It has to run the system, and it's going on this side right over here. If I didn't have the RBO2, which I've got right here, if I didn't have it, I could plug the RBO2, I could plug this into my Pro Cab, which you need to do anyway when you first get this. I done it already before. I done it just like Steve Brown did. Of course, Steve Brown didn't get it completely right when he first done it, and he said, "Uh-oh, we made a mistake." I mean, I'm not going to fault him in that. I mean, Steve Brown's a good guy, but he made a boo-boo, and he just said, "I got to go back and look in these deals here, look in these things or whatever, and see what I done." Well, that's nothing big that he done. He didn't really do anything big. All you got to do when you want to run your Pro Cab with your RBO2 with the power cab system until you get you an SB5, all you do is plug your coil cord into your Pro Cab. Once you've done that, you'll see your Pro Cab come on. You leave this in plugged in. You take this in that's in your Pro Cab, you pull it out. You count 1001, 1002, 1003, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 10, maybe 20. And plug it back in to your Pro Cab. You're going to get a menu that comes up, and it's going to show you the cab address. I believe the cab address that's in the power cab is 02 or 2. All you want to do in your Pro Cab is put in like address number 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 15. Anything if 11 is your lucky number or 22 is your number that you love, I think you can probably go up to that number. But just any number than 2. Once you've done that, then once that's done, you then can run your Pro Cab. You can run your trains. You can also take your Pro Cab, and if you've got other panels and stuff like that, you can run that as such. Okay. Right now I'm running it. As you can see right here, I have my RBO2 just sitting here, right here, so I can kind of show this. And probably a day or two, I'll put it up there. But right now, she's doing fine right there. And this makes things so much nicer. I mean, yeah, having the cord, on the power cab's okay, but sometimes and I never have done this, but sometimes you can forget or whatever and you can pull your wire. You can pull your cable out of the back of it. I think that's what Steve said he done on his, and he had to end up taping the back end of his because he just used it extensively. I mean, he ran his layout and he ran it hard, and so he finally got an RBO2 and he got a Pro Cab, and so. But I kind of had to wait on mine, but I've got them now, and so I'm enjoying the heck out of it. I know this video is going a little longer, but I just wanted to show you this little thing here, and to tell you it's not that hard to hook this up. If you're got a power cab and you say, well, how can I do that? It's not that hard to do. Like I say, you just take your coil cord before you hook up your RBO2. You take your coil cord, you plug it into your Pro Cab on the right side of the deal here, or as Arthur Houston says, this goes over here, and then your power cab goes over here. You never want to plug your power cab unless you make it a pro cab over here. You want to do it just like this. And then you want to have this here like this if you're running it as a power cab system. That's my whatever that of Arthur Houston. I love that old guy. Of course, I replied to some of his deals. He don't reply back, but he's a cool guy and he's got a heck of a layout. If you're watching Arthur, you got one hell of a layout, man. I wished I had what you got. But anyway, you just take this here and leave it like this. You plug it into your Pro Cab, set your address. That's all you got to do. Once your address is set, 345, then you can unplug this, unplug it into your and then plug it into your RBO2 and something else to turn on the Pro Cab. If you guys was wondering how to do it, it's real simple. Hit emergency stop. She'll come on. She'll give you the little deal in this display of what version she is. To shut off your power cab, all you have to do is hold on. You just want to press this in here. Press this. A menu will come up and it'll say, I think 1's to shut it off, 2 is to do whatever. And you hit 1, that'll shut down your power cab. Or Pro Cab, I meant to say. And that's it. Now, when I was sitting here first doing the video, it shut off itself. And I turned it back on. So, she's working good. But that's the deal of it. And hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's a little longer, and I hope I can put it on Facebook. But, guys, hope you're safe. And, hey, Daryl. Hope you're having fun out there with your layout too, buddy. And comment on here. Give me a bunch of whatever and that. I love your layout, man. I love all the stuff you got on your deal, Daryl. And I know you commented on my deal not too long ago. Here's the old DMRR, Dirk's Model Railroad. Right here. I mean, this is it, buddy. I mean, this is all I got. But what I got is what I got. And someday we'll have a sweet deal like you've got. I mean, all of you guys out there that I've seen your layouts or whatever and that are fantastic, and I'm saying this from the heart. It's fantastic. I love watching them. I sometimes don't get to watch all of them, when you got to help a dad with, my dad's got he got shingles and that in his ear, and I've been helping him and stuff like that, so I haven't been on too much, but we did get to the hobby shop and got some goodies, and that engine up there, right again, hopefully I can show this. This is Pappy's engine. I'll put a video on there if Eric said, I hope Eric, it's okay to put this on there. No, Eric is in scale. And I just want to show a short running video. I hope I can keep it shorter than about 15 minutes. But anyway, hope you're all safe out there. Be careful. Do that social distancing. You feel down, get your trains out, talk about them. Listen to this old goofball here. No, I'm not a goofball, but listen to this old train engineer, I guess I should say. Sometimes I feel like a goofball. But as Mr. Herrick Hall says, stay frosty, my friends, and I hope you guys are having a good day. I know it's some places it's pretty hot, so stay frosty, my friends, and we hope, again, you enjoyed the video. Y'all take care. Later.